Everyone loses control eventually. Anger, panic, fear. It's what exposes weakness, not the kind you see, but the kind the world feels. But there's a different kind of person. The one who doesn't flinch when insulted, doesn't react when provoked, doesn't fold when pressure hits. That person seems untouchable, because they've mastered one thing most people never do: the law of emotional control. Welcome to the Dark Psychology Codes. In this video, you'll learn how to silence emotional chaos, dominate your inner reactions, and project calm when everyone else is losing their mind. By the end, you'll know how to hold psychological power in every room you walk into, without saying a single word. Let's start with a truth most people ignore. Whoever controls emotion controls perception. When you react, you give away control. When you stay calm, you become unpredictable, and unpredictable people control the frame. This is why powerful leaders, strategists, and negotiators train one specific muscle: emotional neutrality. Psychologists call it affect regulation, the ability to feel emotion without being hijacked by it. It's what separates emotional slaves from emotional masters. And make no mistake, the world doesn't belong to the smartest. It belongs to the calmest. When everyone around you is losing control, your silence becomes authority. Here's what actually happens when you lose your temper or panic. Your amygdala, the brain's emotional command center, hijacks your rational mind. Blood flow leaves the prefrontal cortex, where logic lives, and floods your fight or flight system. You stop thinking. You start reacting. But here's the twist. You can train your brain to override that response. Step 1. Recognition. You can't control what you don't notice. Catch the surge, the tension in your chest, the rush in your face. Label it: anger, fear, ego. Step 2. Slow the physiology. Your breath is the remote control for your emotions. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 2. Exhale through your mouth for 6. You're literally resetting the body's alarm system. Step 3. Detach the identity. You are not your emotion. You're the observer behind it. Once you see anger as a reaction instead of a command, you break the hijack. That's emotional alchemy, turning chaos into composure. Here's where it gets powerful. People unconsciously mirror the emotional tone around them. It's called emotional contagion. If you stay calm, others subconsciously align with your state. If you panic, they magnify your panic. So when you stay composed under fire, you shift the entire emotional gravity of a room. Try this experiment. Next time someone raises their voice, don't respond. Just look at them, calm, steady, breathing slow. Their brain will register your stillness as superiority. They'll either lower their tone or lose composure completely. Either way, you win. Because emotional control isn't silence, it's domination without display. The most dangerous emotion is ego. It's what makes people argue, defend, and react. When someone attacks your ego, your brain wants to prove worth. But true control means you don't need validation. You decide your worth. This mindset shift is called cognitive reframing. It's the ability to interpret emotional triggers differently. Here's how to use it. When someone disrespects you, instead of thinking, "They're insulting me," think, "They're revealing their emotional instability." That's not arrogance, it's awareness. Once you stop needing emotional permission from others, no one can control you. That's the law of detachment. It doesn't mean you don't feel. It means you decide when and how to feel. That's real freedom. If you want to master emotional control, you must learn to spot chaos triggers. These are psychological traps designed to make you react. There are 3 main ones. Provocation. They want to see you lose composure. The antidote: pause before speaking. Let silence become pressure. Uncertainty. The mind hates not knowing. The antidote: Accept the unknown as part of control. Uncertainty is power because it keeps them guessing. Ego validation. They test your worth. The antidote: respond through results, not reactions. Nothing is louder than calm success. Each time you refuse to react, you reclaim energy. And energy equals presence. Presence equals control. That's why people follow calm leaders, not loud ones. Here's a truth that borders on dark psychology. When you stop reacting emotionally, people perceive you as stronger than them. Because most people equate emotional expression with honesty. So when you remain unshaken, it confuses them. They can't read you, and that uncertainty triggers respect. Control creates mystery. Mystery creates fascination. Fascination creates influence. That's why the calmest person often holds the most invisible power. So while others fight for attention, you control the narrative. Because you mastered the only battlefield that matters: your own mind. Let's turn this into daily discipline. Every morning, visualize a moment that might test your emotions: an argument, a deadline, a provocation. Then mentally rehearse yourself staying calm. This builds neural familiarity. Your brain learns that composure is normal. Throughout the day, practice the rule of delay. Never respond instantly when triggered. A 3-second pause is enough to regain full control of your reasoning brain. And every night, reflect. Ask, did I stay composed today, or did I let others control me? Control is built in reflection, not reaction. The law of emotional control is simple. You can't control the world, but you can control your response. And when you do, the world starts to respond to you. Because emotional control is the highest form of power: quiet, invisible, and absolute. So stay calm when others lose it. Stay grounded when others shake. Stay silent when others scream. That's how you win the psychological war. If this video gave you strength, subscribe, because next we decode the dark psychology of attraction, how to make anyone obsessed with you. Welcome to Dark Psychology Codes, where emotion becomes power and calm becomes your greatest weapon.